What's up, everybody? Back at it again. Another Thursday on the Beams 3SG swapped 280Z.
Guess what we're doing? Putting a throttle cable in. We're gonna bleed the clutch. And that's all I know so far.
Yes. Yeah, we got this really cool throttle cable that we're going to put in here. It's like a universal one. Hopefully it's long enough. And we're also going to bleed the clutch. We're not going to work on the exhaust because we don't have all the supplies and the floor is super wet. This is the throttle cable. It has this little thing that here, and then it has the part that attaches to the throttle body here. And basically what we have to do is we have to convert the throttle linkage part here to adapt the cable. The cable's got to run around the engine and then into the throttles.
It'll reach for sure.
Heck yeah. So we got this for $30 off eBay. $40 off eBay. Not a bad deal. Casey's over there looking for this tiny little clip that he lost, and while he's doing that, I'm going to drill out this little nipple right here. I'm going to drill it out so there's a hole so the throttle cable can attach to here. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I drilled out that little nipple, and then I shaved this bracket down a little bit so we get washers in there, so now it's super solid because it was feeling kind of loose, so we don't want a sloppy throttle. So this is all taken care of, and now that Casey has another clip, we're going to install this part. There it is.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Doofus Garage of Losers. Alright, so we have this cool bracket that we were using for something else, and I don't really remember what it was, but we're actually going to chop this in half and make a cool little L bracket and elongate this hole over here so the throttle cable can slip in, we can tighten it down, and we also have a hole, a threaded hole already there that we can actually make use of, so that's pretty cool. So that's what we're going to do.
Alright guys, the throttle was a success. Check this out. Boom, boom, boom. It actually works surprisingly well, so that we have that part. And then if you come over here and look under here, boom, boom. We took the OEM bracket and we just welded in the Nissan throttle cable bracket we found, and then just put it in the same spot and routed that in there. And now they open up all the way. And it looks good.
Alright, motherfuckers, here we are. I've been like busting my ass inside the car trying to get the pedal placement just right. So as you saw earlier, we got the throttle cable all finished up, and it feels really nice in there. For a while we were a little worried that the throttle, or the pedal, gas pedal, was going to be a little bit too high up, but then after like a little adjustment, it kind of sits right where it needs to be.
1 week later.
Alright everybody, back at it again. Week 2 of this episode. We didn't get a lot done last week, but Casey's ready to unveil a big surprise.
No. Alright, boys and girls and whatever.
What do you got, dude?
We got a new cluster for the Z.
Show it off, dude.
It's a nice good old Honda boy.
Honda S2000 digital cluster.
So most of you guys are like, you guys are fucking stupid. But guess what? We are, and we're gonna do it anyway.
Dude, look at this thing.
It's gonna be dope. So basically with our cool new retro build that we're doing like LED everything, and it just didn't make sense to have all these weird ass analog mechanical type cluster things.
Yeah, so now what we got to do is we got to figure out how to stick this in here. Alright guys, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to cut everything out of the back of this, and what we're going to do is try to see how we're going to fit the cluster into the thing.
It's going to be another giant project that may go horribly wrong or horribly right.
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Well, Casey is over here working on getting the gauge pods out of the 280Z dash. I'm gonna get over here and look up some diagrams and kind of temporarily wire this up to this battery so we can kind of test how it's gonna fit and how it's gonna look, kind of show you guys what it's gonna look like. But these clusters look so freaking sick. It's gonna complete his entire like resto mod, futuristic Z build thing we got going. All right, everybody, wired it up super easily. As you can see right here, it's just 2 ground wires and 2 power wires. That's it. There's a 12 volt constant and a switch 12 volt. So let's put this to the test and see what happens.
All right.
You ready to see your cluster, good sir?
Yes. Let's go.
Come on, work for us.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Crap.
We're bringing your Z into the future with this one.
Super
for
future.
Sure. But like, check this out, guys. If you hold the trip select, it'll beep and turn to kilometers for that ultra JDM.
Sick.
Right. This is super freaking cool. Casey's gonna have to turn the dash around, and there's like a metal piece on the back that we have to cut off in order to cut the center out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also on back there, I'm probably going to remove a couple of these because we're also going to run a cool digital clock and then my wideband O2 sensor. That gauge is going to go right in here as well. So
look at this cracked ass Mojave Desert floor dashboard.
yeah, we also have to
Treat the rust.
treat the rust. We have to repair these cracks.
Yeah.
We got our work cut out for us here.
Yes.
I've cut a metal piece out here. We're gonna try to pull it out and see what's underneath.
There it is.
A lot of foam.
That's it.
That's it.
It's done. Just put the cluster
Fucking throw it in.
right here. You'll be able to see this part of it and this part of it. So
Well, that's ideal.
Yeah.
That's all I need, right?
yeah, exactly.
Low
exactly.
end, high end. That's it.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to use the grinder to cut the foam. What do you think?
We've used a grinder for everything else, so probably work, right?
Cool. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Alright guys, we have this all cut out, as you can see right here. It looks pretty cool, and we have it shaved down here. We're gonna use body filler when we fix the dash to like really smooth it out. We're gonna do a test fit right now, so let's do it.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's hitting on those brackets up there. What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to cut these brackets right here and here out and shave them out so it could sit flat, but it's looking pretty good so far. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a little food run, and we're gonna go to the store and get some filler and some texture spray so we can keep working on this dash today.
Yes.
All right guys, we're back from our Taco Bell trip, and we have some new stuff that we bought.
Oh yeah. We got some super expensive texture coating.
Texture coating.
Texture
coating.
And then
Fucking bloody
that's a good
texture
old
coating.
partner for some of our body filler that we bought a big thing because everyone's going to be needing it pretty much, and we're going to be using some of this for the dash to fix all these cracks and shit that are in it. So that's what we're going to work on.
We picked up the ABS.
Yeah, we got the ABS from our house that was delivered, and we're going to be making our little bezel cowl kind of thing out of this to actually mount this right in here, and it's going to look really nice and professional.
Yeah. Well, look what we have here. A wild jam appeared.
I need a nail.
Alright guys, Casey has shaved these down, and look how good they look.
Fucking look pretty cool.
Yeah, they look really good, and now we're going to do the test fit. Fit number 1, cluster is right here.
Let's find out.
Come on, Daddy needs a new boat. Daddy needs an, oh yeah.
That's like perfect.
That is fucking
These tabs
solid.
are actually going to help us a lot, I think, in getting this like lined up properly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because they can just slip under there.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. Now we got to make our little shield
Battery tray is real.
thing.
Yeah. Somehow.
Our bezel.
Magic.
We got to bezel it.
The desolate.
A wild Mandy appeared.
Hi.
Hello. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start making our little bezel piece. All right, so we have to drill some holes. We gotta drill some holes for these little tabs that are right here. And then we're gonna drill them like right here. So it's gonna kind of slide and slot into the foam and then sit up against this. So it's getting really close to actually fitting. Don't mess this up, dude.
Just drops it and fucking cracks the whole thing. That'd be really funny, right?
Yes. Test 3. Oh yeah, look at this thing. It
Slides
looks
right in.
perfect. All right, we're working on making the bezel right now. We basically trace the cluster with this, and then we cut it out.
All right, so we have this nice little cutout that he was talking about tracing earlier. We traced it onto this piece of ABS. Fortunately, we have 3 in case we mess up, which we probably will. But basically, we're going to be cutting out this full surround, and then we have to cut it out with about 2 or 3 inches on each side, so it can actually bolt to the back of that. It's got to be about the height of the cluster, just because there's not a lot of play. But outside of that, we're kind of just trying shit and hoping it works.
Yeah, we're using
a grinder.
Yeah, we're using a grinder wheel, so we're gonna try to cut this out and then show you guys the carnage.
But we've done everything else with a grinder, so
We're kind of good at it.
yeah.
Little update here. We have, look at this thing.
We're starting to trim stuff down so it fits.
Yeah, it's actually looking really good, and it's kind of crazy because things never look this good when we try to do it. So it fits in there almost perfectly. It definitely fits on here like perfectly. So we're gonna keep trimming it down until it fits in there.
And then whatever.
And then we got a wild Danny appeared.
$36 drill bit from.
Hello. Hi. Do things with grinders around here because this was completely done with a grinder because we've gotten that good at being ghetto. So
And mostly we just don't have the tools, so that's the big reason. But
that is the big reason.
let's not talk about that. Let's go.
Fuck Dremels.
Yeah.
Forgot we had a Bingo!
All right, here we go. It's roughly mounted in here now.
All right.
And
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness, how do you do that?
wow,
Oh yeah!
amazing. Well, there it is. We have a lot of cleanup here, as you can see. We have to do some body work and figure out what we're gonna do to make this look a little bit more polished and not like we used an angle grinder to do all the work.
We
But
gotta fix all the cracks, dude. That's what we're gonna do next. We're fixing the cracks. We're gonna take
Yay.
the cluster out because it looks good in there, and then we're gonna fix all the cracks on this fucking Mojave Desert floor dash.
Really unpleasant. Look at your little.
Hello. Hi. My dash isn't nearly as bad.
nearly as cracked.
Nearly as cracked.
This is our good one.
That's a good one.
Yes.
All right, this dash has been a crust lord.
Super crust lord.
We got this bottom piece like super shaved and really smooth. You see how it looks? It looks really good. We just got to get the top.
Yeah, it's still a little uneven as you can see, but I mean that we'll just flip it over and deal with that the next time. But yeah, we have our work cut out for us
See
here.
inside of it.
Yeah, basically these cracks are pretty gnarly. We had to shave them down pretty far, and we're gonna wait to lay the body filler until next time because we want to be able to lay it all at one time, so we don't have to clean the board twice. So next time we come out here is when we're gonna lay all the filler because we gotta still take care of these cracks.
Yeah.
And we had to call it short because another one of these Harbor Freight little die grinder things fucking broke on us. This is the second one, so
It was working fucking fantastic, and then there it went.
yeah. So
At least it lasted more than 15 minutes this time.
yeah, so we got the dash worked on. We got the S2000 cluster. We have the bezel done. It's fitted. It actually bolts in there. We made sure it turns on. Casey got the fog lights done.
Oh yeah, I got those done like last week or something.
They look really good. They're basically mounted super solid. He welded some brackets. If you watched my 88.6 episode, he was doing that in the background. But yeah, it looks really good. And the wiring's over there. We're gonna have to run the wiring, everything like that. So we got the drive shaft, we got the fog lights. We got the S2000 cluster wired up. And look at our list. You guys remember the first episode of when we introduced this list? It's pretty much all crossed off now. Like, most of it's crossed off. It's kind of crazy because at the beginning it was kind of scary. Oh yeah, you can cross that off. S2K cluster.
That's pretty much fitted and done.
Yup. That's a wrap. 2-week episode. We got a lot done and we got a lot more to do, but we're gonna cut it short.
We're kind of just like, we're just winging all this shit. I hope you guys know that. Like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Yeah, we're doing it.
We're in it with you guys. So if you guys have something to do and you're afraid or you're a little apprehensive about doing it, just do it. Because the worst thing that's gonna happen,
you're gonna fuck it up and lose a bunch of money.
Yeah, that's probably
best case scenario. It works out.
Yeah, and you learn something along the way. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe and check out our merch store. And oh.